character. Ha 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 ha. Well. Look what we got here. We have another review. I have another review. And it's about The Lion King. Not the old one, the new one. Because I've seen the new one 3 days ago, maybe 2. Well, speaking about The Lion King, I have The Lion King right here. And all that stuff, because I'm going to compare the old one and the new one and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But it's only going to focus the new one. So, what's up, guys? Konnichiwa. This is your boy, Master Luciano. And today, I have a review, guys. The Lion King. The new one, guys. The remake. Yup. I've seen it in theaters with my family. My mom wanted to watch it because it's one of her favorite movies of all time. Also, my father. And my aunt came in, and you know, she left, of course. She left to another country because where she was from and all that stuff. Like, that's where my family's from, since it's not going very well. Well, but that doesn't even matter. Let's just get going. Anyway, I've seen it with my family. I've been to the nice theater and all that stuff. A theater, AMC theaters, like everyone knows. Everyone knows and loves and all that stuff. And, I've seen the movie. And I had nice, comfortable chairs. Delicious popcorn with soda and all that stuff, like Sprite. I also had popcorn with butter and chocolate, guys. So, by the way. Well, but anyway, not getting too descripted on how did I watch and all that stuff. What our main focus is the movie. Speaking about the movie was like slightly okay or good, but not great. It's not great. It does not compete against this one, because this is a classic. It's 10 out of 10. If not, it's like okay or good. It's like in between that. I'm like in between that. And here are my reviews. Anyway, you know what it's about. It's the same thing as like this, but you know, it's real life version. It's real life. It's a remake. It's real life. Like, think about the other ones, like the other real life ones. Like, we got the Jungle Book remake, which is real life. We got Alice in Wonderland, the remake, real life. We got Sleeping Beauty, real life again. All that real lifeism right there, or real life. Disney remakes. We got the Aladdin one, which I've reviewed before, and right now we're doing the Lion King, guys. So here we go, guys. Anyway, so you know, it's the same story and all that stuff. You know, they have the same music. Well, in other parts. Well, but I'm gonna explain more about the characters, all the settings, all that stuff. Well, let me tell you why this is a classic, The Old Lion King. I just love it's colorful, it's vibrant. I love the characters. Their personalities and all that stuff. To me, in the new Lion King movie, it kind of felt empty. Like, empty. Like, let me explain, for example. Like, some of the songs and the character development, and the character personality and all that stuff. If you hear that noise in the background, it's just a fan right there in my room. Anyway, well, yeah, the AR, which is the air conditioner, because it's hot in here. But anyway, you know, it's empty. Like, for example, think about Scar, guys. Like, Scar, in the older movie, he's like, I don't know, he's like dramatic and Shakespearean thought and all that stuff. He felt more Shakespearean. Like, he feels more like William Shakespeare and all that stuff. Like, you know, like, for example, when he captures Zazu and then he says, like he talks to the skull. Like, it reminds me of William Shakespeare. Like, have you seen, Ryu 2? Nigel acted William Shakespeare during when we saw him back again, like when he talked to the skull, and like when he's with the frog Gabby, of course. But anyway, I just really like how he was like William Shakespeare, Scar. But in the newer movie, it kind of felt a little bit, just a little bit, like when when they're in the confronting stage, like when Simba's about to fall and then he's gonna tell his secret to Simba and all that stuff. But in the end, but mostly during the movie, he acted more like Shere Khan, like in the newer movie of the Jungle Book remake, like like ferocious, determined, and like you know more vicious and all that stuff. Like he even looks a little scary and all that stuff. Like there's new parts that they added from the movie, like how Nala escaped from Pride Rock. Well, they never shown it in the older movie. And what else? Another thing that's empty is that the song Be Prepared" by Scar. Um, in the older movie, it had more intensity and dramaticity and like environmental change and all that stuff in the older movie for Be Prepared. Like for example, like the geysers rising and the hyenas following the beat and all that stuff, and like rocks flowing and the lava rising up when Scar was singing and all that stuff. But in the newer movie, it kind of felt rushed. Like no detail, kind of felt really rushed. Like he just like sings like "Be prepared" and like in intensity, fright voice, like in commanding and all that stuff. And that's kind of it about the dramaticity and all that stuff. It's just nothing else. Oh, we also got the moon showing and all that stuff. It's a little scary sometimes, the moon. And that's it. There's nothing else to it for the Be Prepared song. No like geysers rising, lava rising, rocks flowing and all that stuff and all. And I like how the older Lion King is so colorful. What else we got there? You know the song where Simba sings where he just wants to be king, guys? It felt really colorful, and then it felt like when he says something like look left, look right, all the animals do it. But in the newer movie, it kind of felt like look this way, and then they don't do it, and then they just he just sings it, Simba, and it just felt. I just love the older Lion King. Oh, well, I prefer the older Lion King than the newer Lion King. Well, if you're wondering, it's my opinion. I respect yours, guys, okay? And anyway, what was I? Yes. I like how they are. They look cool. They have the same linings that they got from the older movie because it's of course a remake. But anyway, what else? It feels empty. You know where Lala and Simba are like dating each other when they finally meet each other when they're grown up. And they do have like it kind of felt empty. Like and in the older Lion King movie, they have like running around, rolling around. We got them swimming, drinking water, looking them into the eyes. That felt more like a date. In the newer one, it kind of felt rushed. It kind of felt rushed. Well, I know, they were best friends when they were kids, but, it's been a while since they've seen each other. But, it kind of felt rushed. Like, for example, like, the only thing they do is, like, run around, they drink water, and, like, they push each other. That's kind of it. Like, oh, I also forgot for the date thing for Nala and Simba. Simba shows around the place and all that stuff. That's also it, but I just didn't like how the relationship goes for Nala and Simba in the newer Lion King. I liked it better in the older one. Well, what else? It did show additional parts, like for example, like Simba's mane traveling around around to Rafiki, and when he was in the other world, in the other land. Yeah, like, you know, how it travels, like... Well, I'm not gonna spoil it if you're wondering, guys. You guys need to see it yourself. If you guys seen it, you can tell me everything, okay? But anyway, you know, it shows around how Simba's main travel around. But in the older movie, it never shown that. It never shown how it travels. It just abruptly, like, you know, abruptly moves everything, like, skips, like, oh, it's kind of boring how the main travels around. It just flicks quickly, goes around on that scene quickly, and you know Rafiki grabs the main. Well, it's not the main from the older Lion King, but it's his scent, like his smell and all that stuff. Well, what else I should say? The difference between as well is, like, you know, in the beginning, Rafiki in the older movie, he like uses like those coconuts or something, like some sort of roots, like to birth Simba. But in the newer one, he uses like roots, and they're the same color, of course, and all that stuff. But in the newer movie, he uses less his cane. But in the older movie, he uses a lot his cane. But when it gets to the fighting scene, it kind of feels empty. Like in the older Lion King, I liked how Rafiki like fights the hyenas like if it was in karate, like karate move, like whoo, and then wah wah, and like karate yell and all that stuff. But in the older one, I didn't like. I mean, in the newer one, it didn't have it. He just fights. But what else? You know when Timon and Pumbaa are trying to distract the zombies? Not zombies, hyenas. When Simba, Nala, and Zazu are going to Pride Rock. Well, in the older movie, Timon does the dance and like presents the dinner, like Pumbaa pretending to be their dinner of the hyenas, you know, and they also run. But in the newer movie, they show like him like their dinner, like for example, like from Beauty and the Beast. Be our guest, and then they just run away abruptly. No dance, no anything. They just run. They just say, "Here's your dinner," and all that stuff, and then they run in panic. And what else? The movie, the songs has been changed. Like for example, like it's different. The song, you know, when Simba is going to Pride Rock in the desert and all that stuff. It's not like the song that you hear from the older movie when he's coming to Pride Rock in the desert. It's a different song. It's like a newer song. I don't know what it is, but I know a female sang that song, and a female singer sang that song. But anyway, the song for the fighting scene, it's not the same as this one. It's a different one. It's the same song that it used when, like, you know, when Simba was at the gorge, and then we got the buffaloes running around, or yaks. I don't know. But anyway, the fighting scene looks kind of cool. Well, what else that it feels empty in The Lion King? Oh, do you know the female hyena? The female hyena in the older movie, she feels like half determined and half a goofer, and half a joker. Like, falls around with her brothers and all that stuff, with Ed, and I forgot the other one, and she does look cool, the female hyena, but she felt more determined. I liked her in the older movie because, she's more of a goofer. And she's really funny. Speaking about goofer, do you know Ed? The hyena? Ed? Well, Ed can speak in the newer movie, but in the older movie, he couldn't. He laughs, and then he was like, and all this crazy laughing and all stuff. They're hyenas, and hyenas laugh. But in the older movie, he's more of a goofer. He's a goofer, and he's really dumb and all that stuff. But Ed is really cool. He's really funny. And I didn't really like Ed in the newer movie. Like, his personality was kind of taken away. Now he feels more determined and more vicious, and he speaks, and he speaks. And what else? Remember, let's talk about the settings as well. You know, still follows the same settings. Everything that touches the light is your kingdom, and the shadows are not. You can't go there and all that stuff. And you know, Simba waking up his father, blah blah blah, all the actings and the scenes, and let me talk about the shadow, the elephant graveyard. The elephant graveyard in the older movie felt really scary and intense. Like the music and the all the bones, all the dead animals in the graveyard, geysers, all that stuff felt really dark and all that stuff. But in the newer movie, it does feel dark, but you know there's still sun. The sun is still there. But when Nala and Simba went to the graveyard in the older movie, you know the sun was setting. It was starting to set. But in the newer movie, the sun was still there. But you know Nala said during when they're over in the graveyard that the sun's gonna set and all that stuff. And what else? Yes, I didn't really like how the elephant graveyard was in the newer movie. It doesn't feel that scary. Well, it is a little scary, but not that scary compared to the older movie. I know there are bones. There's a little bit of geysers and all that stuff. You know, there was a lot of hyenas. Well, in the older movie, you know, we got 3 hyenas in the elephant graveyard, but in the newer one, there's like more than 3. The 3 main hyenas we all know and love. And, but in the older movie, you get to see all the hyenas when, like, you know, when Scar is singing Be Prepared. But you see all the hyenas in the newer movie when, like, you know, when they're in danger and all that stuff. But anyway, you know, Nala, she was like, you know, like, she was also, like, scared and brave at the same time. At the same time in the newer movie when they went to the elephant graveyard. When, like, she says, like, can we go now? It kind of felt scary, like, the sun is setting, all that stuff. But in the older movie, she felt really brave. You know, follows around with Simba and all that stuff. With Simba. And, Zazu in the newer movie, I liked him a little bit, but in the older movie, it was way better. Like, you know, I remember when he got captured, he, like, you know, he sings the song, it's a small world after all, and then, when Zazu was, like, singing the other song that goes like this, I have a lot of coconuts, dealing and all that stuff. But, Zazu feels more memorable in the older movie. The other characters feel more memorable in the older movie. I'm not saying the newer movie's bad, but it should have been the same thing, kinda, like, to the other Lion King or anything. But they at least tried. I liked it, but it's just not great. That's it. It's not great. Well, you know that Disney is running out of ideas, and I don't know why. Like, they've been caring about the remakes and all that, making remakes, like, around somewhere before 2010 or maybe after 2010. I don't know. Who knows? But I know during that time, they were making more of the remakes. Sorry about that. I've been speaking up for a lot and all that stuff, and I'm kind of tired. But you know, they're kind of running out of ideas. But the movie I'm really excited about Disney is Frozen 2. But, well, not that excited, because if Let It Go is there in that movie, I'll just literally bang my head so roughly on the table, because, well, I'm not saying Let It Go is bad. I like the song. The only problem, it gets really repetitive. Like, kids like under 8 or something, they sing it a lot. But, well, I'm not ranting on Frozen 2. It's not already out yet. It comes out November 22nd, a week after my birthday. But anyway, The Lion King, I give it like a... The Lion King, I'll give it like a 6.5 to 7. I'm like in between okay and like good, but not great. It's not a great movie, but it is a good movie. It's a good movie. Well, it's definitely not bad either. I recommend you watching it, guys, if you guys want to revisit The Lion King and all that stuff. Oh, speaking about The Lion King, you know, oh, right, forget it. But The Lion King, it is a classic movie everyone knows and love. And what else? Oh yeah, I forgot. I almost forgot. You know when, like, Simba finds the new land where Timon and Pumbaa are? He also met new friends. There was also new friends, like, I don't know, gazelles and all that stuff. But in the older movie, there was no other new animals from the newer movie, which they had more animals for the Paradise thing when Simba ran away from Pride Rock and the Gorge and all that stuff. But you know, they still have the same songs. Well, there's only like a few differences and all that stuff. It does begin in the same way, how it goes like boom and ends boom, like that with The Lion King. And yeah, it's an okay to good movie. So, not bad. I like it. It's just not great, but it's good though. I prefer watching the classic one. I love watching the classic one. Everyone loves about this movie. I bet everyone even has that movie, have that DVD or anything. But anyway, well, so that is it for the review of The Lion King remake. Interested? Smash that like and subscribe button to get notified for more Ray content. Comment down below if you like the vid or not. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you like the review or not, let me know in the comment section down below. I want to hear what do you think about this review, because I literally think about what I watch in the movie. Well, I did have a few laughs, of course, in the movie. Well, I bet I might have had more laughs in the older movie or anything. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hope you guys liked it. But Luciano's out. Lights out, Alice. Sayonara. Bye bye, Des. And see you later.